have to be honest, I didn't have a lot of confidence that it was going to be done because there was some weird stuff going on. Like, Shelley would let the media know about an email he was going to send before he sent it. Like, and I was having lunch with breakfast this morning with one of the big network guys over here, and he said, "Oh, I could have told you that fight was never going to happen. You don't make a fight over the internet. You don't tell the media every step of the negotiations. Once you get close to a fight of this size, you keep your mouth shut and you work quietly behind the scenes to try and get it done." So I was never that confident that the fight would get made. My biggest concern is making a fight like this too late. And I think you look at Mayweather-Pacquiao, and although they maximised every dollar in that fight, it didn't really happen in the prime of their careers. I don't think that's a problem with Joshua. Joshua's, by the way, is 3 years away from his prime. So, but he'll fight anyone, as he has done his whole career. That's the remarkable thing about Anthony Joshua. Wilder is, I guess, in his prime. But, so I wouldn't worry about this fight not happening in their primes because there's going to be too much pressure. And fans should be putting pressure now on Deontay Wilder, saying, okay, I mean, even like, Hearn's a prick. You know, fuck Hearn. Like, whatever you think of me, let's just deal with what I said. It's there. So do you want the fight or not? You can't now turn around and say, I'm only taking it on 50. And yet you're sulking on Instagram, saying that no one wants to fight you. The terms that you agreed are in front of you to sign to become the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. So unless he just doesn't want the fight at all, I'm very confident that this fight will get made in his prime. Because really, you look at the landscape, Povetkin's number 3 in the world. He's the mandatory, very tough fight for him. And I've said in other, I don't like the Povetkin fight. Not for any other reason of it being, you know, a great fight, which it is. It's a very, very tough fight. It's probably the toughest fight of Joshua's career so far, up there with Klitschko. Yet you have this undisputed fight that everyone's waiting for, and we're the ones jumping in the tough fights against the very best in the world once again. So I want this fight to happen. You know, people say, oh, you're holding this fight back, mate. You can accuse me for many things. Many will accuse me for wanting to make too much money. If I wanted to make too much money, why wouldn't I make the Wilder fight? That's the biggest money fight in boxing. So we want to get there, but we have a plan with Anthony Joshua. And the plan is very simple. It's an 8 to 10 year plan of complete domination of the division. And every step so far has been perfect. This is the biggest star in world boxing, unquestionably. And he will go on to dominate the sport for years and years to come. So Wilder is a jumbo jet in the heavyweight division, circling around. Anthony Joshua owns the airspace. And he will tell you when it's your time to land. And he told Wilder it's your time to land. But he couldn't find the gear sticks to land. But he can still find them. And he doesn't have to find them today. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. It can be in a month or 2 months because we're fighting Povetkin next. And he'll fight Brazil or someone like that. And it can be made. But I was never like, at no point did I think, I mean, the only time I thought, wow, this could happen is when they asked for the contract and then we sent it. But then it was like, you know, we didn't hear. And then the Monday they came out after they emailed us saying, oh, we're going to send the comments on Friday. But we know the comments. I don't get it. Nothing really added up. The smart people who know the game all said to us, like, they're playing games. They're messing you around. But it's frustrating when the fans will accuse, don't mind accusing me, I'm a promoter, that's what I'm here for. But fighters, like, just look at the resumes. Like, Wilder has shown no desire to fight significant opponents, opposition, for years and years and years. And Joshua has in 21 fights. So I just think we need to keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on. That's what fans do. That's what they're there for. Ultimately, the fans are the ones who decide the future of fighters because they want to see great fighters. Joshua Povetkin is a great fight. Let's see who Wilder fights next. If it's Brazil, okay, he's top 10, but Joshua knocked him out in 6 rounds 3 years ago. When I talk about the Povetkin fight, the reason that's a tough fight is, one, we know his pedigree. He's an Olympic gold medalist. He has 1 defeat on his record to Vladimir Klitschko, who, by the way, hit him with absolutely everything, including the kitchen sink, and couldn't stop him. So we know he has a great engine. He's a great puncher. We saw that in the David Price defeat last time out. I mean, flattened. He has he's smaller than Joshua, and he has that sort of dipping style where he throws the big left hooks over the top. He's extremely tough. Like I said, he's got a great pedigree. He's number 3 in the world rankings with the Ring magazine. And again, whatever you think about politics and governing bodies, the Ring mag is the Bible. Anthony Joshua's number 1, Deontay Wilder's number 2, Alexander Povetkin's number 3. And you know what? Before Povetkin was number 3, it was Joseph Parker. And Joshua beat him as well. So now he's going to beat the new number 3. And then hopefully we get to number 2, which is Wilder. So, but again, you know, you're going to go into this fight with everyone saying, oh, you've just got to beat him, and then the Wilder fight's on. And that brings a pressure within itself, you know? The pressure of potentially losing your focus on Povetkin and thinking about Wilder. You can't do that in a Povetkin fight. I think Povetkin could beat Wilder. I think it might even be a tougher fight for Joshua than Wilder. Wilder punches harder. But as soon as Joshua hits Wilder on the chin, it's over. He won't let him off the leash like Ortiz did. He couldn't stand up against Ortiz. What was it, the 6th round? I mean, he was gone. And by the way, he showed a lot of heart. But for me, the risk might be higher in terms of the KO against Wilder. But Povetkin's going to be in there. He's going to be fighting till the end. He's got a better chin than Wilder. And I don't see the Wilder fight as, outside of the risks of the one-punch KO, I don't see it technically as anywhere near as difficult as Povetkin. And it's going to be sweet when Wilder fights Joshua, because I favour Joshua massively in that fight.